Good evening, I'm Leonardo Puglisi. This is 6 News. Tonight, they shall not grow old. ANZAC Day 2020 looking very different around the country, but small commemorations still went ahead. Virgin Australia enters voluntary administration. What now for the country's second largest airline with 16,000 jobs at stake? And also tonight,
one of the worst incidents I've seen in a very long time.
The state grieving after 4 police officers were hit and killed by a truck on the Eastern Freeway.
There are really no words.
As police reveal the names of the officers killed and the driver they pulled over, as investigations continue to find out what happened. 6 News starts now. First tonight, ANZAC Day looked very different around the country this year, although small commemorations still went ahead. Let's go live to Jack Hahn in Sydney. Jack, while we couldn't celebrate our diggers in person, we never forgot about them.
Yeah, no, we didn't forget about our diggers, but in the age of coronavirus, gathering at the RSL is a no-no. Instead, ANZAC Day took a new dawn in the form of live streaming services, televising services, and playing them on the radio. Instead of congregating at the RSL, folks congregated on their driveways to pay their respect for diggers past and present. We have seen stunning scenes from around the country of servicemen, average people, and bagpipe players, music players, everyone you could imagine gathering at the front of their house on their driveways, paying respect to the diggers past and present. And this comes as the coronavirus is taking a very positive turn in Australia with the number of cases on a downwards trend. That is good news, and that is the sign that we are on the path of getting out of this social distancing that we know of. A country that is not yet on the path of getting out of social distancing, yet is already plotting steps to get out of the social distancing. Well, that's the United States, with a number of governors, including a governor of Georgia who is planning to reopen a number of businesses like hair salons and tattoo parlors, as well as movie theaters and bowling alleys at the end of the week. And the US president calling for a number of democratic states to liberate themselves from the oppressive nature of the governors. And we have seen these stunning protests from a number of these state capitals where a number of Trump supporters have been gathering with large signs saying that Jesus Christ is the vaccine and that the coronavirus doesn't exist, citing the Constitution as their pass to not follow the social distancing laws that have been enforced by the governors. And they, of course, are flocking their Second Amendment rights in the midst of the coronavirus. Now, the CDC is warning that this could be dire for those people protesting. They are not observing social distancing regulations, and that could have some very dire consequences for those people. The US president also weighing in on these reports that North Korea's Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un is in a grave condition. A number of media outlets are reporting that he is in a grave condition, some even saying that he has coronavirus. We should point out that the South Korean government, the Chinese government, the BBC and Reuters dispute all of these reports. And a little closer to home, this comes as Virgin Australia seems to be the latest victim of the coronavirus. They will be going into receivership, with many people saying that the future looks very clouded for the airline. They have billions of dollars of debt. So that means the Virgin that we know will no longer be Virgin, with a potential name change on the cards if it makes it through, or the airline will potentially close.
Yeah, and Jack, I love these suggestions from the Batuta advocate. Easy Airlines, Experienced Australia, or how about this one from Media Spy? I think the image there speaks for itself. Thank you very much, Jack. Time to take a look at what's trending online, and there's outrage growing towards Richard Puglisi, the mortgage broker accused of fleeing the scene of the crash on the Eastern Freeway and then posting graphic photos of it online. Video has emerged of his Porsche speeding down the same freeway last month, although there is no suggestion he was driving the car. The accident killed 4 police officers, which is the most amount of officer lives lost in a single incident in the state's history, the previous being in 1878 when Ned Kelly shot 3 police officers near Mansfield in Victoria's north. As we mentioned before, the 4 police officers tragically killed earlier this week have been named. And they are Leading Senior Constable Lynette Taylor, Constable Glenn Humphreys, Senior Constable Kevin King, and Constable Josh Presney. Victoria has come together to remember them with major landmarks lit up in blue in solidarity, including Flinders Street Station, the MCG, and State Parliament, just to name a few. And we will remember them. That is 6 news for this Sunday evening. It's been a tough week for everyone, and as always, I thank you for your company. I'm Leonardo Puglisi, lest we forget. Good night.